The Charity of the Week, brought to you by Kell Properties.
My name is Jim Cottier. I'm the chairman of the Royal British Legion, Isle of Man County.
So all this week we are finding out all about the Royal British Legion, the Isle of Man branch, of course. Jim Cottier, you've been telling us about the charity itself, but it's poppy appeal time, isn't it? And this is presumably the most crucial time for you.
As a poppy organiser myself for Castletown, yes it is. You have to order from Aylesbury. That takes weeks to arrive. When it all arrives, you've got to sort out, make sure you've got all the right stuff in place, box it all up, and then we give it out to the public last week. And the launch took place last Saturday morning, so poppies are out there now for the next fortnight.
And we have a very generous public, don't we?
We have a wonderful, generous public. There hasn't been a national poppy award for 3 years now, but prior to that, the Isle of Man won the National Poppy Award for 44, I repeat that number, 44 consecutive years. And the reason for that is it's based on money per capita. And on the Isle of Man, over those 44 years, we've raised something like, well, last year we raised £130,000. The year before that was £154,000. So we raise well above the national average, and that's how we win this award. It's not about winning awards, it's about how good we are. The only thing I do wish was that we could support our own veterans on the Isle of Man through our own finances. But unfortunately, we have to give it all to national.
Do we in any way benefit from it though? So
we do.
Once the money goes off Ireland, presumably it can be applied.
As I've said in our little speech about the Royal British Legion, we send all our money away to national, and then we claim it back in almonisation. And last year we claimed something like 27% of what we gave away back to the island. So we get it back.
And what sort of things does the money go towards, and what sort of grants do you cover?
Well, anything that people need. White goods, prosthetics, unfortunately, mobility scooters, stair lifts, you name it. If a veteran or if somebody in need needs it, we can get it for them.
So, and you've covered some quite interesting requests, haven't you?
We have, yeah. We had something I was personally involved in about 6 months ago now. Got it from the War Pensions Office, a name in the south of the island, and we were able to immediately go out and help him and his dog. And his dog was actually a service dog as well. He was ex-services, and his dog was an ex-service dog as well. And it was just nice to help them both out quickly with £250, the crisis grant.
All of this, of course, is because of an awful lot of hard work by yourself and a whole host of other volunteers, isn't it?
Well, yes. I said there's poppy organisers in every district. We even have poppy organisers out apart from the 8 branches I've mentioned, we have poppy organisers out in Maccled. And we have poppy organisers all over the place. So, yeah, there's a band of hard and fast volunteers who do a marvellous job for the Royal British Legion here on the Isle of Man.
How are you doing with regards to volunteers? Are you always on the lookout for more people?
You can never have enough members, can you? But I think what's wrong with membership in some ways is people think, if I'm going to be a member, they're going to ask me to do things all the time. But
well, then if someone's listening, I mean, how much time might they need to give if they do feel like volunteering? Is it quite time intensive or...?
That all depends. You can make it as time intensive as you want. This fortnight I'm quite busy, but it's nice in my respect as a Castletown man to be out and about in Castletown for the fortnight, talking to people, explain to people why they give them money, what it goes to, same as I'm here now. But if you can spare an hour here and there, I'm sure one of the 8 branches will take you on board and have you sat in a Tesco maybe. Other outlets are available, by the way.
So, Jim, I would like to know a little bit about your own military experience. Can you tell us about your history and past in this?
Well, I've been demobbed 48 years, so I'm having to think a bit here. I served my time at Ronald's Aircraft Company, and I was in my 3rd year of my apprenticeship, and I just turned 18. And I was fortunate enough to be asked for my first boys' holiday. And it was 4 men in a van going to France. I thought, fantastic, great. So we went to France, we went through Paris on the way to Monte Carlo, and we crossed into the Italian Riviera. And I had a wonderful time for 2 weeks. And I came back to the Isle of Man, went back to work, and all of a sudden the Isle of Man just wasn't good enough for me. It was too small. So I asked my father, and he said, "Oh, well, I was in the army, son. Join the army and see the world." So I did and didn't. I joined the army at the 28th of December 1971. Went to Liverpool, went to Birmingham, and then went to my basic training. Then went to trade training in Borden in Hampshire. Got posted out to Sickfield Workshop Remy in Munster. After 14 months, I got posted on promotion to Osnabrück to an LAD, the Queen's Own Highlanders. I was only there about 9 months, and I met a girl who 50 years later is still my wife. And we got demobbed, a pair of us got demobbed in December 77.
And you work together with the British Legion, don't you?
Well, yes. When we got demobbed, we didn't come straight back to here. We went to live in Slough because it was near London, and we had no children at the time. We thought a bit of high life in London. And then we came back here in 1980 and fell straight into Manx life with a WI, and because you've interviewed her here once before. And we both joined the Royal British Legion in 1980, and we've been working in various guises since then.
And what would you say are some of the things that you get out of the experience with working with the Legion?
I get the satisfaction. Well, it's a bit poignant in some ways because I lost mates in Northern Ireland. And I just feel that I should at least try and honour them by working. Sorry, Christy. I just feel I should honour them by carrying on working for an organisation that still helps the armed forces. Sorry
and you
that.
do a stellar job, Jim. You do a stellar job, as is proven by the amount of money that this organisation has raised over the years from the Isle of Man. And you must be very proud of what you've been able to do with them.
Well, I'm pleased that the Isle of Man gives so much support towards the Royal British Legion, and long may it live. Because going forward, I can't see a year going by that there's not going to be an armed conflict in the world. I really can't. We just can't get on, can we? We can't get on with our neighbours.
Feels like we never learn, doesn't it?
No,
really?
We never learn from anything.
Well, if someone is going past one of your fabulous tables with your wonderful volunteers this year and they see the poppy appeal, what would you say to encourage them to just put their hand in their pocket and put a few quid in? Well,
yeah, and they do. They do. As I've said, last year we raised over £130,000. You divide that by 84,000, is it, our population? That's £1.60p per head of capita. National average in the UK is about 65. So we punch well above our weight here now, man. And I just can't emphasise it enough that whether people know the ins and outs of the Royal British Legion, they still give generously, year in, year out.
You're doing your mates proud, Jim.
Well.
The Charity of the Week, brought to you by Kell Properties.